Uh, Shout everyone, how you guys doing tonight? Today, wherever you're from, this beautiful world. Just glad to be here. It's always a fun time to do this beer and cheese. And I want to welcome my panel here. Thank you guys for being here. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. And I always say your old channel all the time.
Cheers.
I'm sorry. Brewery, East Coast LQ Reviews, and Thomas Metal 75. Cheers, guys. And cheers to anyone else that wants to come on up here and has the link in the back there. Right on. So I got this beer and cheese. We're doing wheat beers. I'm kind of trying to stir it up a little bit, add a little education stuff I found on the Beer Bible actually, and I got to let's see, it's a slide. Here we go. It's really why can't I show it? What's going on? It just says remove. Hold on, let me remove it and then add it. There we go. All right, so if you can read it, bring up your screen. This is a lot to read. So, taken from the Beer Bible, wheat and barley have an ancient entwined history. Seeds from the two wild grasses were originally harvested in Mesopotamia, well, however you say that, Mesopotamia.
There you go.
And both have been used to make bread and beer for millennia, for a long time. The grains are packed with nutrients and carbohydrates that fueled the rise of civilization, both in liquid and baked forms. Sumerians brewed with ancient varieties of wheat and barley, and the Egyptians were also famous for their wheat beer. As beer spread to Europe, wheat became more refined, eventually evolving into the variety we know today. All the while, beer brewers were adding it to their mashes. Even as late as the 17th century, it was rare to find a beer made exclusively of barley. Both bread makers and brewers used blends to combine the strengths of the two grains. Over time, those users of wheat and barley started specializing. Wheat started being used in the oven and barley for the brew kettle. Wheat was banned for almost 200 fucking years, from 1697 to 1880.
I didn't read that.
Crazy. Bavaria enacted the most famous of these restrictions, and Reinheitsgebot started, a law actually designed to keep brewers out of the baker's wheat supply. The wheat beers that survived to see the world wars were members of an older brewery tradition, though Lambeck's, Peterman, and Hugarden, it's pronounced Hugarden, beer in Belgium, Goza, Lichtenheimer, Berliner Weiss in Germany, Grodziski in Poland. They were holdovers of the kinds of beers that were brewed centuries before. Sour, smoky, cloudy, as I sent to Miscellaneous there. Concoctions that would have been familiar to Handel or Bruegel. A few survived the wars to live on a little while longer, and some, Bavarian Weissens, Berliner Weiss, and Belgian Lambics, continue on in an unbroken line. Lately, the tart beers of northern Germany have been making a comeback of their own, even as far as the United States and so on. That was a lot to read, but very interesting. Cool. Let's get back to this. So welcome, guys. Welcome, chat. We got 6 comments so far. Sorry to bore you guys with that. We got Shane Fudge. We got Beerman, of course. Kyle. We got Sutton in the house. Loud Quad, what's up? Cheers. And Last Beer, Josh, what's up, man? All right. Let's get on with this show. And let me remove this in case someone else comes up. All right. Let's bring up this panel and bring up Miscellaneous.
All right. Cheers, guys. Let me start with the cheese first. So I've got from Wyke Farms, product of Great Britain. Where is it? Doesn't say exactly where. Anyways, this is a smoked extra mature cheddar. Wow. There we go. Yeah, there it is. There's the cheese. Oh, shit.
That was close.
Yeah, there's the cheese. Yellow. It looks like it's got those aged crystals in it. Did have a very thick rind, and they were nice enough to sell me the butt. I had to cut that off, so I lost a fair bit of cheese. So yeah, it smells smoky. I can smell it from here. All right, so the beer I've got is from J. Wakefield Brewing Company out of Miami, Florida. This is a German style wheat ale with coconut added. This is a Hefeweizen. The name of it is El Jefe. Yeah, I just thought it was unique with the addition of the coconut.
Yeah, it's cool.
And we don't get much from Jay Wakefield, even though I live 3 hours away from him. I don't know why the hell we don't get more.
Nice.
Definitely a hazy wheat beer. Right. Yeah. Nice effervescence, about a one-fingered, pretty soapy, loose-knit head there. Yeah.
Nice.
Looks pretty good.
Sure does. Cool, man.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you, Miscellaneous.
I had that same glass coming in the mail.
Cheers, Bumpy.
So my cheese coming from Wensleydale Creamery out of Yorkshire Dale, England. The mimosa, and it's a leaky cheese, and I already opened it. It's dripping in my hand. Try not to get on anything else. But yeah, it's a mimosa. Yorkshire Wensleydale. All right, enough of the package showing. It's basically a cheese made with champagne and oranges, and it's what it looks like. The little orange chunks in there, and I cut it up. It is kind of a drier cheese, and when I was cutting it, I could definitely smell the oranges. It was quite nice. So we'll get more into that later. The beer that I'm bringing is from Bell's out of Comstock, Michigan. This one's called the Uberon, Uberon. This is American wheat ale that's aged in bourbon barrels. Comes in at 11.3% ABV. So it's a big one. Says when winter comes, snowbirds travel south, but this lucky batch of Oberon headed to the barrel. Uberon is a bourbon barrel aged version of our iconic American wheat ale. It's strong, spicy, and ready to cap off the night in style. It's got a good hiss coming out of the bottle. My fingers are sticky from the drippage from the cheese package. We have a little bit in the bottle so I don't overflow it. It actually didn't build a gigantic head, but it's a bit of a rocky white head to this one. Nice, deep golden coloration, good carbonation kind of coming up through as well, and very, very clear for American wheat. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Cheers.
That's a nice, man. Cheers. Thank you. Right on, Miss.
Sounds
Bumpy.
good. Interesting beer.
Oh, it's good.
Today you're Miscellaneous. Yeah, it does look good. All right. Here we go. We got East Coast LQ reviews. We got Tanner here. Cheers.
So it was wrapped by the store, so I kind of threw that all away, and I just got the little sticker. So it says you can't read it. You're probably not going to be able to read it either. It says made in England, Boston, established 1911 festival. So white Stilton with sweetened, rehydrated mango and crystallized ginger. See a little bit over there. Stilton with mango, ginger. So it's $4.70 for 0.235 of a pound. $20 for a pound. Here it is. I didn't really cut it up yet. It's got it's very soft and crumbly. Just taking it out of the package, it was already kind of falling apart. It smells really good. It's got a nice fruity cheesecake kind of aroma. And for the beer I got, Allagash White, Belgian style wheat beer. Beer with coriander and curacao orange peel, 5.2% ABV. Crack this open. Got my wheat beer glass. Pour this up.
I used to have one of those.
Is that the one you broke?
That was the first one I said I broke.
Oh, I like that glass. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. They're very thin though, so I could see why you broke it.
Yeah.
Hazy straw color, big foamy white head. Kind of poured it pretty aggressive, 2.5 pounds of head. Yeah, looks pretty good.
Yeah, good looking beer.
That hazy straw color, lots of bubbles in there as well. So yeah, pretty excited for this one. The Belgian yeast usually kind of has that like spicy note, so I'm hoping that works well with the ginger, and the hopefully the carousel orange peel works well with the mango and the cheese.
That sounds like a good match.
Yeah, it really does. Nice.
Good on you.
All right, Tanner. Cool. Hope that works out.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. Bring up Eric here.
Woo! Hello, everybody.
75.
Thank you for stopping by the Beerman channel of YouTube. Oh, I forget what the name brand is on this bad boy, but and it's very crumbly stuff, but it's white on white. It's just goat cheese. I'm trying to cut it up into circular discs, but they just crumble all over the place. Just a plain Jane goat cheese, and I had a 12-pack of some Sam Adams beers, which I never ever buy. And one of the beers in there right now between January and March is their white ale, their wit beer, Cold Snap. There you go. This is a 5.3% ABV wit beer, white ale, brewed with clementine infused orange peel, whatever that means. Clementine infused orange peel and spices added. And this is good until May 2022. So a variety pack that's actually fresh. Go figure that. I always worry about getting variety packs because you can barely tell what age that these beers are in. But luckily that pack even had the date on it, which is nice. It's hit and miss with the dates on variety packs, I find. All right, almost all the beer, not quite. Looks. Oh, this one is super. You can probably see a little bit there. It's super cloudy and got sediment in it with a nice 2.5. I guess 2-finger head there. Looks the part. We'll see if she tastes the part. Cheers to the panel and the chat.
Nice, man. Eric, cheers.
I got
Looking beer again. Awesome.
Got it.
All right. So let's go here. Ha to that, Paul. All right, so I'll follow suit. Let's show the cheese first. So I just got a goat cheese, just a regular plain goat cheese, crumbly. You all know what that is. It's in one of them tubes.
Yep.
It's a Vermont goat cheese. I like the Vermonts. Those are good. So real messy if you touch it. It sticks everywhere. All right, so and then I have a wit beer, however you want to say that one. Called the White Lodge. It's a Belgian style white ale. And it's a 4.8%, brewed and canned by Holy Mountain Brewing Company out of Seattle, Washington. I've done this before a couple times, actually. I might have even done a review, and I think I might have done it on Wildcard or something like that. But it was all they had. I figured I'd just get a wit beer, go with it. So let's go and open this up. It's I don't know a date or anything like that. It's got some code. It's only tulip I have. I need to get a different tulip.
Woo!
Heady as all hell. Pouring a nice 3-finger for a real quick nose. Yeah, nice and coriander, orange peely kind of thing going on. It's nice. Yeah, nice and cloudy. Heck yeah. So, hey, cheers, Lep. All right, man. Cheers to the chat. You guys rock. Right on. Thanks for your support. All right, let's get back to Miscellaneous.
All right. So to start with the beer first, I did forget to tell you this is only 5% ABV. Yeah, it's very pretty looking wheat beer. Nice and hazy. Like I said, on the nose, I get a slight clove. Definitely very mild banana. This beer's fairly cold. I can guarantee as it warms up, there's going to be a lot more notes coming out of it. They say coconut, right? And you can barely smell it. It's very faint, but I guess that's not a bad thing either because I was wondering how it was going to work if the coconut was going to overtake like that banana clove, that yeasty quality of it. Definitely getting a big nose of wheat on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Short and simple. Hefeweizen. Cheers.
Cheers,
Nice.
man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It was pretty good. It's light. I mean, it's 5%. This is on the lighter side of beers that I drink. It's got about a medium body to it. I'm still picking up that clove, slight banana. Definitely, the wheat comes through fantastic. No real bitter kick to it. Yeah, it doesn't leave you with a dry finish. It's very refreshing, laid back. Coconut flavor, I'd say, if you're going to get it, it's kind of when it fades on the finish. Because definitely picking up big clove and banana. But yeah, very, very drinkable beer. Was a little high on the price, but I mean, I don't know. That's why I bought a single. Costs a little bit more too that way, but yeah. All right, so for the smoked extra mature cheddar cheese, try and find a piece. Yeah. So yeah, it's got those nice white, crispy, mature aged crystals in there. Big time smoky, but the smoke smells different than that usual. Like it still does have a bacon-esque kind of smell to it. But I don't know. A lot of times they use like apple wood. They're not real specific with this cheese on what they used. But yeah, smoky, nutty. It smells very rich. So yeah, going for a bite. This cheese is fantastic. Getting those crunchy bits. It kind of melts and crumbles. It's very lathering on the palate. It's tangy, smoky, creamy. It's hitting everywhere it needs to hit, and it's absolutely fantastic. So just had a bite of the cheese. Let's go ahead and try the beer.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
So it kind of brings down that clove banana note and brings this berry forward type of thing. The smoke plays in really well with the wheat in here. Kind of like an even keel balance. Creaminess works with it. Cheese before beer, it's weird. It's 5%. I kind of pick up a presence of alcohol with it. Minimal, but it definitely made it a little bit seem more alcohol forward. So yeah, we're gonna try the beer, and then I guess what beer is it? It's El Jefe from J. Wakefield. 5% Hefeweizen with coconut flavor added. Anyways, yeah, beer before cheese.
All right, cheesers. Cheesers.
To be honest with you, I do like the beer before the cheese. Coats the palate. Like I said, you got that banana clove thing going on. Then the smoke comes in. When you have it beer before cheese, the cheese kind of, it doesn't smother it. I don't get that berry kind of note that I was getting. That alcohol hint that I was hitting on isn't there anymore. I just think with the wheat, getting the clove, getting the banana, with the smoky, creamy, tangy, rich cheese, it's fantastic. This is a home run.
Awesome.
I am pleasantly surprised.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
dude.
scores coming. Beer's all right. Cheese definitely pulls it together though.
Nice. Oh yeah, dude. Right on, man. Well, thank you. Cool. Sounds great. Cheers, dude. Gabe. That's good. Let's get Bumpy up here.
All right, I'm going to go with the beer first. As you can see, the head did not last on this thing. It just became like a thin layer. Head, ring, whatever you want to call it. The aromas. There's kind of a There's a slight sweetness to it, a little bit of this wheat type aroma, but there's a lot of barrel action going on, a lot of oakiness, a lot of vanilla, and that might be that sweetness that I'm smelling is that vanilla note. But yeah, the barrel is definitely shining through on this one. It is the foremost aromatics that you're getting in this beer. Everything else is kind of just there. Like I said, there's still like a little bit of a weediness to it. Weedies. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
And a barrel
Cheers,
aged
man.
version. Uh-huh.
Put this cheese.
Yeah, it's like a light side medium body to this one. Carbonation. It's I would put it in the medium realm. Very barrel forward. There's lots of oak, lots of vanilla. You get that weak. It is weak. It's a weak wheat background to it. A little bit like shredded wheat with no sugar. I mean, that's pretty much the flavors out of it. It's mostly just barrel. It's bourbon barrel. So yeah, a little bit of that kind of vanilla note, the oakiness from the barrel. I would say hints of what would resemble a bourbon. There's especially the bourbon burn. This one, the alcohol is not well hidden. It's very present in the flavors, and also it does warm going down the throat. 11.3%. Wheat is not like a very strong flavored item to have in a beer, so. It really does allow that barrel to come through. Bitterness, it's about as bitter as what you'd find in like a bourbon. I mean, this is just really allowing any of the bourbon notes and stuff to kind of come through. So there is that kind of, it was like a spicy burn on the finish with it, and the bitterness doesn't really come off like anything except for the continuation of the oak barrel, the bourbon barrel. All right, the cheese. Sadie, shh. There's not a lot of aromas coming from the cheese itself. It's kind of just, you get the orange, a bit of orange that's in there. So maybe a little bit of a champagne like nose, but very light. It's mostly just orange. All right. Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
Cheesers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The Wensleydale cheese itself, it's got kind of it's like a nutty, a little bit funky-esque type note. Not a lot to it. I would say a little bit of rubber balloon type flavor in there with that nuttiness. That's kind of where that funk starts to go. It starts to go kind of like a funky rubber flavor. The orange slices, you get that little bit of that like orange zestiness. Very light hints of a champagne in the cheese as well. It's supposed to be a mimosa, I guess. I can kind of see it. But the cheese, I don't know. I was hoping the cheese would be sweeter. And when it's coming off as the cheese is not really too sweet. So I thought this was going to be more of a cakey delight snack cheese. It's not really. All right, well let's do cheese before beer. Yeah, with the bits of orange in there, basically it washes down a lot of the cheese. You're still left with that weird rubbery funkiness, but you get that barrel note from the beer, and then some of the orange bits are also kind of still focused on the palate, which is nice. So it's a little bit of that bourbon, that vanilla, and then beyond the that rubbery funky flavor, there's that bit of orange, which is actually works well with the bourbon notes. All right. Beer, cheese.
Cheesers and
You're cheesering.
Ooh.
Oh, strong alcohol flavor in that. Whoa, wow.
That's funny. That guy said that in the chat.
Drinking the beer first and then eating the cheese, it brightens up the cheese a lot more. It's a lot more citrus forward. I think it also enhances a little bit of that kind of champagne flavor that's in there. And it is cutting back a bit on some of the offness that the cheese itself just delivers. It's just enhancing the champagne and orange zestiness of the cheese. So I think drinking the beer and then eating the cheese is working a bit better, but either way kind of works because it just blends differently. And I mean, this cheese isn't really wowing me at all. So we'll come up with a score.
Nice. All right.
Later on. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's
comments to the dogs.
All right.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll get that down here. I'd like to give that a shot.
Unique Sonic.
All right. East Coast Reviews, Tanner. Cheers. Thank you, Bumpy. All right.
All right, so I'll start off with the beer. Aroma on the beer. Big banana notes. Ooh. Sweet citrus. You get the coriander. A little bit of like that spicy yeast, so it's got like a biscuity breadiness to it. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, big banana notes though. I noticed that. I noticed that of this one. Sounds decent. I usually don't really go for wheat beers, but I don't mind them every now and then. Let's try it out. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Beer is dynamite.
Whoa, whoa. Nice orange peel, citrusy up front. Really like the breadiness and the mouthfeel. A little bit of that spicy yeast. The spicy hop. Slightly dry, not extremely dry, but a little bit of a lingering dry finish to it. Easy sipping, sweet and citrusy, not overly spicy. Pretty straightforward. Good. I enjoy it. Let's try this cheese because I am super excited to try it. So let's try a little chunk.
Oh yeah.
I think there's some mango in that one. Let's try to get one. Oh, it's just falling apart. You go to pick it up and it falls apart on you. I think there's some ginger in this one. Let's try this out.
Ginger.
Wow. Very sweet and savory, fruity. It is like cheesecakey. Yeah, fruity, cheesecake-esque aroma and taste. I like it. It's good. Let me see if I can get a piece with a mango. I think Ginger works really well. It's got a little bit of spice, but it's not overly spicy. The sweetness definitely kind of covers it up, and it's just like a nice soft spice, kind of like the beer. But let's go cheese and then the beer. I like the texture of this one too. It's a little crumbly, very crumbly, but it's not too dry. It's not too creamy. A little bit of creaminess to it. But cheers, guys.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's almost like chewing on a piece of cheesecake.
Hell yeah.
Oh wow.
Desserty.
Yeah. Wow, the cheese actually is pretty prominent throughout the when you wash it down with the beer. Like I thought was going to happen. The mango works pretty well with the citrus. Both of them aren't overly spicy, and they just kind of complement each other. Let's try the beer and then the cheese.
Yeah. Cheesers.
Cheesers.
Beer and then cheese it.
You can't go wrong either way. This cheese is super wicked good. I'm gonna give this a good rating. I do really like it. I do really enjoy this. I like how it's a little crumbly. I like how it's not overly dry. It doesn't make you want to get like a drink of water. I wouldn't even want to put this on crackers. I would just enjoy this straight up, just like this. I think. I mean, it probably would go well with some crackers, but I think it's good just like this. Yeah, very good. Nice tanginess to it as well. The mango and the sweetness gives it that nice, like, tangy aftertaste. Not overly tart. Kind of like the citrus from the beer. Works really well. This is a good pairing. I'd like to see. I was actually going to pair this with. I don't know if you guys ever see the Blue Moon mango wheat. I was thinking about doing that. But I know Allagash is pretty popular, so I was like, man, let me just grab something. Maybe that'll be too much mango. Maybe it'll work well together, but maybe that's another pairing that I could do one day. But cheers, guys. I'll have a rating soon. So.
Nice, man. Cheers. Thank you. All right, let's get Eric up here.
I didn't realize that Leprechaun TV had an OnlyFans there, Jason. That's pretty funny. In the chat.
You don't want to see that.
We're doing Samuel Adams, the beer brand I almost never buy, and it's local-ish, I guess, to my area of the country. They're white ale, they're cold snap, they're wit beer. This is let me pull up the glass for you so far where I'm at. This is again, 5.3%, 12 IBU, white ale. They're using their Sam Adams 2-row pale malt blend and malted wheat, Howard Pale Middle Fruit, and Noble hops. It's available January through March in many different configurations of packaging in 12-ounce bottles and cans. Orange zest, they're using lemon, vanilla zest, or orange zest, lemon zest, vanilla, coriander, rose hips, hibiscus, powdered plum, grains of paradise, anise, and tamarind.
Wow.
Ooh,
Damn.
Good Lord.
adjuncts.
I like tamarind. I wonder which kind they use because I know there's like a sweet and a sour.
Interesting.
You like me, Miss Lance? I like you too, man.
So, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we talked about the color and the appearance. It's very pale, lemony yellow. I say pale lemony yellow. It is very sediment rich. There is some sediment. You can kind of see it floating around a little bit. And there was a 2-finger head. Now it's a little rim around the glass. The nose on that one, on the cold snap, is very adjuncty, kind of forward. You're getting a ton of orange stuff. What's up, Chadeo? You're getting a ton of orange, tons of orange zest, tons of coriander. Yeah, you're getting the wheat, grainy kind of presence. I'm getting a nice white bready malt underneath that, and a nice general sweetness that I get from a lot of these Belgian style wit beers. There is a nice it's kind of sweetness, I guess. I am detecting that would be from some vanilla out of this particular beer. It's a little more sweeter than usual, but not too cloying at all. So let's give this a taste. The Cold Snap from Sam Adams. Cheers.
I've seen that.
I'm liking it better now than I have in the past. Like, I'm not a huge fan of this beer, but I'm more favorable to it drinking it now, having some years between not ever drinking it. But vanilla forward with some sweet flavors. Then you get the orange zest, lemon peel kind of flavors after that. Tamarind. I'm trying to imagine. Let me see the finish here on this beer. Let's see. It's a little, maybe, if I try to imagine this hard enough, it's a little souring, like the smallest twinge before it dries, but it's a very dry beer for 5.3%. That's a good alcohol by volume for a wit beer of this kind of caliber and style. It's very dry for the most part, and it has a I would say the highest amount of light body, but it is a light bodied beer. You could put this back with no problems. I think the Cold Snap is, yeah, so they say unfiltered and lively. This crisp white ale gets a kick from bright blend of smooth spring spices. And I think this beer is basically trying to get your palate in the mood for warmer months and wanting to drink these kind of beers and kind of just saying, hey, it's coming up. The warm months are coming. So cool. Interesting enough beer. I think it's a step up from a lot of different regular offerings by Sam Adams. Let's try some, again, I forget the brand name. I apologize, but it's just plain goat cheese. Ooh, there you go. Let's see. It is a very crumbly goat cheese, as Beer Man will talk about in his goat cheese a little bit later after me. It is a very sticky goat cheese. It does have like a cream cheese kind of an aroma to it, or even like a sour creamish kind of aroma. On the salty side, there's a touch of a funk. That's about it. Let's try some cheese. The goat cheese, and it crumbles. I think a little bit of warming up from the hand kind of makes it.
It's crumbly and
sticky on the top of the palate, on top of the mouth. Very milky. I like that. It's got a nice, vibrant tanginess, but it's not sour. It's going in that direction, but it's not vinegary or anything like that. It does have a combination between cream cheese and like the sour cream kind of a flavor profile there. It's a little bit salty, and it does melt in your mouth. So it is like a semi-soft. It is pretty soft, but I would say it's semi-soft. It's not like you don't just take a knifeful like with Brie and like that, but it's almost identical in a texture to that, but that's even more creamy. So I've been going back and forth, one and then the other, vice versa. Let's just do a beer and then some cheese. Cold Snap and then goat cheese.
All right.
Cheers.
Would be a cheers and cheesers.
Cheers.
Maybe we'll do another Cold Snap here during this. Obviously, this style of cheese, it's kind of making the beer taste a little creamy. Actually, more of a tangy, funky earthiness is coming out of said beer. Like a barnyardy funkiness is coming out of the beer, out of the cheese a little bit more. Get all that goodness. I would say less of the orange and lemony zest is in the beer, and more vanilla notes are coming out. So I think overall the cheese is it's definitely more robust than the beer. I think at this point the beer, what am I getting left with is just the milky, tangy creaminess in the palate. And the beer, what can you say? There's actually a little bit of coriander, white peppercorn there too. So it finishes strong, but it's very clean, and it's allowing the cheese to stand out and be a little bit funky. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. If you had even a funkier cheese, I think potentially even more funk would would come out just because of how clean the beer is. But not a bad pairing. However, nothing is earth shattering like life altering or anything. But each the cheese and the beer kind of lets both do their thing. However, again, the cheese is a little more robust than the beer. Anyway, about how to rate all of this and get back to you in a few minutes. Cheers, everybody.
Right on. Cheers. Cheers, Eric. Right on. All right.
On to the next goat cheese.
On to the next goat cheese for sure. Yeah, let's go with the beer first. So let's get to the nose. Swirl it around. It's about 50-ish degrees probably right now. 50. Yeah. All right. So definitely got a little yeasty punch there. Coriander, like a bitter orange peel and stuff. It's got that kind of funk thing going on. A little bit of like a hay, like a hay farm field kind of farmy, barny kind of notion in there. Sweet, has a sweetness in there with the malts. It's nice. Yeah, it smells kind of fresh. Kind of that lemongrassy kind of feel too. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it smells. Yeah, I've had this, like I said before, and I do remember it. It's a good beer. It's a good white beer, a good wit beer. Yeah, so it left a good two-finger head, nice cloudy cloud. It's got all the typical things of this style. Nice cloudy straw-colored beer. Can't really see through it. You can see shadows. Carbonation is probably around a medium. It's really hard to see it actually. Can't really see all that stuff. Good fluffy head though. Good fluffy, good retention. I believe it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Never mind. I was trying to think of what malts. I think it has like flaked barley as well in this. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
So it's got a real nice milky kind of, I don't know, thick head. Cool. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's warmer than I wanted it to be. It's bringing a slight cracker pilsner through. That's weird. Do these have pilsner in them? Some of them?
Pilsen
I don't
malt.
know.
You could have
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
2-row pale malt, maybe. Mine
Or
does.
maybe a grainy. There's like a grainy cereal, something, or it kind of
I
tastes
know
like
it has
Cheerios.
malt.
Yeah, usually wheat beers are usually 50% or
50%.
of
Yeah.
wheat, and then the other remaining is either 2-row or Pilsner malt.
Okay. That's probably what I'm getting here then. Yeah, because as it's warmed up, it's actually warmer than I want. It's probably about 55 degrees actually. And it's brought out a lot of that like cereal kind of Cheerio thing. I don't know. I think Cheerios is with barley or something, but I might have wheat too. I don't know. But it does have the lemon. It has a lemon forward kind of lemongrassy field kind of grassiness to it in the taste. It does have that kind of a orange notion in there as well, kind of on the side around it, with that coriander bringing out that lemony kind of lemongrass feel. The yeastiness is really coming through on this nicely. It almost tastes like Hoegaarden in a way.
Hell yeah.
Kind of tastes like that. That's a taste you can't forget. I mean it's like Heineken. You just remember it in your head. And this really does taste like Hoegaarden. Is Hoegaarden it's a wit beer, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a Billy.
It's a wit beer, yeah. Yeah, and it's very soft. It's got a very soft on the palate, on the tongue, drying chalky effect on the back of the tongue, drying in the back. There's no alcohol whatsoever. It's very drinkable. It's very fresh and very nice for a hot day, a nice spring day, let's say. Just warming up, like a perfect. I just mowed the lawn day at the end of spring or something. Yeah, good man. Let me get one more swig. Hold on. Yeah, that lemon really comes out. Lemongrass is a big one. You can see this goat cheese actually working quite well with this. So this is a plain goat cheese, the same as what Eric had. And it's a Vermont one, as I showed. And let's go ahead and eat this big old chunk.
You got a nice disc. I couldn't do that. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
That was a fair bit.
Pasty.
Fuck.
Pasty is fucking the mouth. Smothers your mouth with just paste. Like it's really smushy.
I love that about
Very citrusy and sour. And it does have let me get into I didn't even get into the nose. It does have that goat funk though. You know, you get that goat kind of I don't know, that farmhouse kind of funk thing or something. I don't know. Kind of seems like it would go well with this, to be honest. I'm sure it will. They said it goes good with it. So very nice and smothering in the mouth, very pasty, very thick. You want something to drink it up and drink it down and to kind of break it up. And you want to wash it down, but at the same time you want to taste it because it's such a good cheese. I really like this. I like the honey ones better. The flavored ones are really good, but this would play this. I almost got this or cottage cheese. I was gonna go cottage cheese and get real strange with you guys, but I like the big curd cottage cheese, a big with applesauce. Yum, God, it's good. So let's get into this. Eric kind of said it all with the cheese there. It's the same cheese. For hell's sake, but but let's go ahead and get let's go cheese before beer. Get another chunk in my mouth. Yeah, just paste your mouth. You just want to totally want to take something down to drink it. You drink it down with something refreshing.
Something like a Who Garden. I'll be good with it.
Ooh, goddamn. That's good. That brings out a little earthy kick. There's like that farmhouse earth funk kind of comes out more, and then the coriander, the lemongrassy, like grassy kind of notions come out. The orange peel or anything like that. There's nothing like that kind of following through it. Nope. It kind of just goes into it. It's just real nice. It's got a sourness to it with the cheese. The cheese and everything's making it kind of more like on the side of sour, kind of a funky sour, wet. It's a wet mouthfeel. It's probably a medium light, medium light with the haze and all that kind of gives it a little more thicker body. Kind of a medium light. I don't know. It's really good. That really breaks it down. That really it takes away a lot of the bitterness in the back and puts in the pastiness of the cheese, and the flavors from the cheese kind of just meld in perfectly with this style. I don't know what it is. It's awesome. It's either this or a heavily fruited pureed sour. You know, I like goat cheeses with those as well. This is really nice though. I actually want to try Hoegaarden now and get this and do like a comparison. Yeah, dude. Yeah, good stuff though. I think I'm good here, but right on. Let's get back to miscellaneous and get your last thoughts.
All right. So for the cheese, the Wyke, Great Britain smoked extra mature cheddar cheese. This was really, really good. I was impressed. Just a little bit different. Had those nice aged crystals in there. Fantastic. Flavor was great. I don't know. I'd probably give that cheese 100. It's good. I would buy that again and recommend it to anybody. If you see it, that's the brand.
Nice.
Wyke.
There you go.
So, yeah, that's fantastic. So, yeah, for J. Wakefield, El Jefe, I'll tell you this, as it warmed up, the coconut did emerge, came out a little bit stronger, pick it up on the nose, definitely getting it in the finish of the beer too. And I think it melds pretty well with the clove and the banana, just a slight tropical. You're getting that yeast and that coconut flavor. They're kind of working off each other. I can tell you I've definitely had a better Belgian style from Florida than this recently, and it was from Cigar City, their frost proof. That was a fantastic
I've seen that
beer. But this is pretty good. I'd probably put it around like a 92.
Nice.
It's there. It's good. I could see this being enjoyable for sure. picking up some good aromas and flavors now that it's started to warm, and just not bad. I don't think J. Wakefield's particularly known for their German style beers. You know what I mean? So they're not under the Purity Act. So, anyways, yeah. Plus, I don't know. I've had some actual like stuff imports, and I don't know. They just don't. They can't hang with the guys in Germany and stuff. It's just a totally different beast.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Are we doing shout outs or you're?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go for
All
it.
right. So Thursday, my show, the Thursday night beer session. I'm going to do an open panel beer share. Just bring an Imperial Stout.
Nice. All right.
That's it. All you have to do is bring an Imperial Stout. Just take one off of Eric here and just don't be a douche.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, barrel aged, wherever, it doesn't matter. So
you said I can get an Imperial Stout from Eric? Sweet.
Ooh.
maybe you can.
Oh, I didn't say that.
So,
And
Other
hand
than
deliver
that-
it to you.
I don't know. I don't know if John's hosting Stout Sunday or not. He should be. His
He's got
computer's
internet,
set up.
isn't he?
He's ready to roll. So go keep your eyes peeled for that. Stout Sunday at 10:30 Eastern on Georgia Beer Reviews, aka John and Ellie. Always a fun time. Stout or porter. Start the day off. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers, man. Right on. Okay, let's get Bumpy up here. Hell yeah.
Not an exciting night for me with the beer and cheese. If I didn't seem that enthused about it and I was boring people, it's because this was just it wasn't that great. I was never a big fan of the original Oberon. I'm still not. And once again, Bell's created another American wheat ale that's just not that great in my book. I mean, if you want a vessel that you're going to get some bourbon flavors and barrels and stuff like that, and some alcohol flavors and burn, yeah, this is going to do it. But as far as like going for a good, decent flavored wheat ale, no, it's just very weak flavored. Besides the bourbon barrel. It's doable. It's drinkable. I'm gonna land it. I'm gonna give it an 80. I'm gonna give it an 84 out of 100. This Mimosa Yorkshire Wensleydale cheese. The base cheese is not that good at all. The nuttiness is okay, but other than that, it's more or less bland with some really weird kind of like I said, rubber balloon, funky thing going on. The orange, the little bits of orange in there, that's a nice surprise when you get to chew on some of that. It's like, ooh, you get some nice citrus jump out of it, which is good. But that's like the best part of the cheese. I'd much rather just eat orange slices. I'd be a lot happier. So I think for the cheese, I'll give it like an 83 out of 100. And then I'll say they do work together in an odd way. I mean, it's not like either one is really super great, but eating the cheese and drinking the beer either way, eating the cheese after drinking the beer worked the best. It did bring out more of the citrus notes and a bit of that champagne that was in this cheese. It just made it more vibrant, which was nice. So it actually made the cheese taste a little bit better. and that little bit of orange bits in there did work well with the bourbon notes from the beer. So I'm going to say that it did work together as a pairing, but they both suck. So
Sorry.
yeah. I've had worse. I've had worse beers. I've had worse cheese. So I mean, it's not a total failure, I guess. But shout outs. Got my 50-point inspection videos I put out Wednesday and Friday. So tomorrow's Wednesday. So there'll be a 50-point inspection video coming out. And guys, it's King Cobra, just so you know. So look forward to that.
Oh shit.
Malt
It was,
liquor.
it was the last of the malt liquors that John and Ellie had brought up for me from Georgia. So
Did you wear your ski mask?
no, I did not wear a ski mask. I don't have a ski mask actually. And then got Monday is new brew. I will be running the show that night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, Bumpy Brewery. Just bring a beer that you've never had before and join up a panel and just go along with whatever the hell is going on the panel and enjoy watching it if you're watching it, hopefully. I did get my Alex the Beer Master It's Food Friday shirt in today, so look forward to Alex Beer Master. What is Alex's Food Friday this Friday? Does anybody know?
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Fruit
Fruit
roll.
roll-ups.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is either. It is fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups.
It's fruit roll-ups.
That'll taste like a condom, right? Oops.
I do have a nice new sour, heavily fruited sour that might go well with fruit roll-ups.
Right?
Yeah, so get yourself some fruit roll-ups for Alex's Food Friday. I'll be wearing sporting his new merch. So the wife loved it. I showed her. I said, "Get ready to laugh." And she loved it. And she thought it was very nice that he has his own merchandise out there created by
Oh,
Brew.
nice.
So
Cool, man. All right.
yeah.
I didn't catch on to what you said at first. Cool. I'm glad. You got one?
Oh, what the
Yeah.
hell is a fruit
Oh, cool.
roll-up?
All right.
got it in a nice hunter green color or whatever it is.
Oh, that's cool.
The real rich green.
What a fruit roll-up.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Nice, dude.
Fruit
Cool, man. Hey, thanks. Thanks, puppy. Thanks, man. All right, let's get Tanner up here. Thanks,
All
man.
right. So I'll start with beer. Beer, I'm going to give like a 90. Very, very easy drinking, sessionable beer. Definitely would go good with like a barbecue or like a cookout or something. It's good. I'm just not really a big wheat beer fan, but like I said, it is. I would drink it over Blue Moon, and it's just drinkable. There's, like I said, nothing really mind blowing about it. It's good. It's a good wheat beer. Cheese, I'll give the cheese like I'm gonna give the cheese like a 98. With that being said, I wanted to give it 100, but it is a little expensive, $20 for a pound. And it's more of like a dessert cheese. It's not really something that you would eat all the time. You know, it's not like something you're gonna constantly buy. It's just something. It's like a special occasion. You know, I bet this would really go good with like an IPA, like a New England IPA, because it has the mango in it. So for a rating for the two together, the pairing, I'll give it like a 95. The mango worked well with the Curacao orange peel, and the ginger went well with that Belgian yeast that gives kind of that spicy note. But yeah, it was a good pairing. I enjoyed the beer. I enjoyed the cheese. Like I said, I think I would rather if I were to do this again, it would probably be with a New England IPA, something that has like that mango pineapple note, because this has that mango. But yeah, it worked very well either way. Cheese before beer, beer before cheese, and yeah, this is a good pairing. This is definitely up there in my list of cheeses. If anybody asked me what's some good cheese to try, I would say this one and the Reserve Cheddar by Kerrygold. So those are my top two right now. The Reserve, the aged cheddar, you can eat a lot more of. this is something you kind of just sit there and savor. You don't really want to eat a whole block of it. That might be a little too much, but it is very good, very cakey, savory, sweet. Yeah, all around good cheese. And for shout out for me, I'm actually off tomorrow, and Thursday I'm gonna have some reviews out. I'm gonna do some reviews tomorrow, so look forward to those. Thursday, I'm gonna do another brewery review at 5 o'clock. So if you guys want to stop by, hang out, bring a beer, and review a brewery, maybe you don't have to bring a beer, but if you want to bring a beer from that brewery, talk about the beer. You can meet your expectations by them. It could be a new beer, it could be one that you've had before. And then on Saturday, started a new show on the channel. It's Rate That Beer. It's kind of like Bumpy's new beer. But it's just pretty much open panel if you guys want to come on and do some ratings. I have a lot of stuff that's just kind of piling up. I just keep buying more stuff, especially like for coming and hanging out with you guys. I like to do more in-depth reviews. So it's something for like that. So say you bring something to new beer or you bring something to this show, you like to get a little bit more in-depth with it. It's a little bit more laid back, talk to the chat, hang out. So yeah, it's just an opportunity to talk about another beer. Maybe it's a beer that you really enjoy. You just want to throw a rating out there and let people know about it. Shout out to Whiskey Encore. Bourbon Junkies right now are live, I believe. And after that, Whiskey Encore is doing a live stream. It's like a whiskey pub live hangout. Pretty much just like Thomas says, don't be a douche, just be respectful. Go over there, hang out with him. It doesn't really matter if you have drinking whiskey, beer, or even if you're not drinking, if you just want to go and hang out with some people on YouTube. He's pretty cool, Cheech. But his channel is Whiskey Encore, so go check him out. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me, Beer Man, and the panel. This has been fun. This cheese is really good. And actually, I didn't even really mention. I got this idea, and I thought it was the same cheese, but apparently it's a different company. It's just the same style that Bumpy had, and Bumpy was talking very highly on this style of cheese. So I was like, I got to try that, and I've been looking for it. When I saw it, I was pretty excited. But apparently, Bumpy got something that was from a different company, but I'm sure it's of the same quality.
Nice.
Cheers.
Nice. Cheers, Tanner. Thank you.
Don't really get into that Stilton cheese. I ain't done that yet.
It's good.
I know. I want to find. I don't know if I did. I have one. I don't know. I can't remember.
All right.
Cheers, Thomas. Cheers, Thomas and Eric. Eric Thomas.
Eric. Thomas is Eric.
MBR.
All right, cold snap. That is gone. A little bit of some Ches. There it is. A little bit of Ches left. Let's see. So I kind of like how Beer Man put the wheat beer with the wit beer and the goat cheese together quite so elegantly. He did that. I mean, with the beer, the goat cheese takes on much more of this earthy, funky, barnyardy kind of a flavor. Wasn't really thinking saison, but that makes perfect sense. Sure, if you've had a saison, that kind of funk level, it's funky and tart are different things, obviously to most people than saying sour. It may kind of be heading in said direction that you would categorize as sour, but not quite yet. The coriander and there was a little bit of white peppercorn worked well with the cheese. It gave it some more complexity to the cheese. And yeah, the most of the orangey notes kind of died off in the beer, and some lemony notes were remaining. So, I mean, a very light, effervescent flavor beer. Not too crazy, but the flavors are very easy and discernible to pick up. So, I did rate this beer years ago on my YouTube channel. So I'll just do a new rating now. This is like an 85 out of 100. It's probably a better beer than I rate it here, but it's pretty simple, plain Jane with some flavor to pick out. Not as bad as I thought it once was. The cheese is about a 90. I think it's a pretty well crafted cheese without being anything truly imaginative or exotic. But this is what you would probably want out of your cheese. So So what would that? So that would be what if I actually take out a goddamn calculator and do this and equal it out and divide it by 2? I'm going to give this about an 88 rounded off out of 100 for the whole package deal. Cold snap from Sam Adams and a goat cheese. If you go to a grocery store that sells beer, I'm sure you can find both of these items pretty readily available. So yeah, my program where you're not to be a douche is the Wild Card Wednesday channel or the Wild Card Wednesday show on the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube, Thomas Metal 75. Yes, let's have a beer, a wine, or a spirit, or any adult beverage every Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on that channel right there. And let's have some fun. And yes, don't be a douche. Don't interrupt people. Let people kind of finish and formulate sentences, and then we'll be good. Cheers. Let's see how many people bring fruit roll-ups to Alex's show. And yeah, subscribe to everybody that's over on this said panel here. We all got really good, interesting programs, and we'll bring you similar content, but really entertaining at the same time. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys.
Cheers.
All right. Where am I? Trying to find me. Okay. So yeah, the cheese. I'll just start with the cheese. The cheese was good. You know, it's a plain goat cheese. If nobody likes goat cheese, that's because you're crazy. Goat cheese is good. No, you're not crazy. Some people have a different palate. But I love the rawness of goat cheese. I like that. It's just got that funky, unpasteurized kind of thing. They probably pasteurize it, but I mean, it's just got that wild feel to it. And I like the citrusy, the nice sour, especially in the plain, the sour and the citrus really comes out more. With the sweet ones, you just get more of a tangy, like almost like a pureed sour kind of sour, but more of a sweeter sour. But yeah, good cheese. I'll give that a 90. This is a good cheese. 97. I thought it was an excellent goat cheese for being plain as well. The beer, I don't know what I've given it in the past, but I want to go on the lines of I really liked the softness of it. I liked the mouthfeel, the body, the finish. I liked the lemongrassy, coriander-y kind of farmhousey bite to it. A slight orange peel in the nose. It had that Hoegaarden thing, and I really like Hoegaarden, man. So I'm gonna give the beer a 97 out of 100. I'm gonna go 90. I'm gonna go 100 actually on the full, because the flavors just went perfect. It was the perfect match. Try a wit beer with some freaking plain goat cheese, and you'll know what I'm talking about. If you have a different sense, if you don't see it the way I do, then that's on you. But this is definitely a good match. So they weren't lying when they said goat cheese goes with a wit beer. So especially a good wit beer. So a wit beer. All right. So hey, Flacco, cheers, man. Cheers, man. Beer man likes the garden. I do like the garden. Yeah, I also like the green garden. Did I say that loud? Okay, so Beer and Cheese Tuesday. I'm trying to find my picture, but we are going to next week. We're going to designate another set of beers. We're going to start doing this a little differently. We're going to do three beers styles within a certain region, and we're going to go and find those. So this is a Belgian region, and we're going to go with a double, a triple, or a quadruple.
Ooh.
Find that, and any cheese of any kind. I don't care what it is. I'm going to take this off now. But yeah, well, if you can find that, those three, it kind of gives you a wide array of things to find. I'm sure you can find one in your area. They're pretty much available, I think, in most places. I hope. So I hope to see you here next week for that at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, my time on the West here. On Wednesday will be our last barley wine, English or American forward barley wines. and I don't care what it is. It can be barrel aged, it can be lighter, stronger. I don't care what. Just bring a barley wine, and that'll start at 3:00 my time, 6:00 Eastern, and I will announce next week's little thing. We're gonna start doing a weekly thing, I think. After this, I was getting tired of the month thing. It was like dragging. So I want to kind of make it exciting. So I'll let you know all that. I think I said it last week. I'll just say it again. We're gonna go basically throw up a picture with a word on it or some kind of something that resembles the type of beer to bring, and you'll bring that, and we'll review it. That way, there's no way of missing the style. You can go and get it, and that's how I like your style. That's what it's all about. I don't want it to be. I don't want to just say go get a Dubel and everyone brings a Dubel because we already know what your style is. So just bring that style that I said within the three, and we'll be good to go. Oh no, that was for that was for Tuesday, wasn't it? Never mind. I'm tripping right now. Wednesday, yeah, we'll be putting a picture up with a it'll say like lactose or something, and you'll go find a beer with lactose in it, or something like that. I got lost. Sorry, man. I got so many things going on. But look out for videos, of course. Brewery's coming along. Got the plumber coming in soon to install my sink. I got to get the floor done first though, and the drywall, but. It's very close, I promise you. And I will start brewing beers real soon. I really getting tired of paying money for craft beer. It's very expensive. So I just want to pay for my review beers and drink my craft beer off my tap. So all right. So you guys take it easy. Thank you, panel. Let's bring this up. I'm not going to arrange anything, but thank you guys for being here. Bumpy Road Brewery, East Coast LP Reviews. Miscellaneous, Thomas Metal 70. I got confused. Thomas Metal 75. Miscellaneous brew reviews. Look up these guys and subscribe and like their shows. Check it out, their videos. This that. Great guys, great dudes. And the chat. Can't forget about you guys. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you so much. We are out of here. Another great show. Right on.
Cheerios.
As soon as I find it. Cheerios. And that's what I got in my beer today. Cheerios.